human species, that is. First, he felt it incumbent upon himself to perform years and years, hundreds of years of tapasya, dedication to the feet of Mother, so that with her blessings, indeed, the desire that he had in mind could have been successfully accomplished. Tonight we're going to look at this. We promised, it is important. In fact, it is mandatory that in every Devi Yajna we must look at the origin of the form of Jagadamba Ma. And this is the form of Durga Ma, sitting on the line here, the middle Murti. And tonight we're going to focus on this beautiful avatar manifestation of the Divine Mother. So we shall travel into the pages of the 5th Skand and the 7th and 8th chapters, and 9th chapter of the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, as we examine the powers of the Divine Mother. What mother in the world would bear to see her child in distress, not intervene or do something about the problems of her children? Of course, only a heartless mother, which may be very few in the world, who would simply fold her hands and watch the child go in pain without even attempting to do something about the alleviation of such pain from the lives of her children. So this is the mother whom we all love so dearly and whom we worship so often, who is so dear and close to our heart, the mother who loves us more than anyone else in the world would. Of course, we are all a human face, and the rest of the body is that of a buffalo. Many one question how it is biologically possible, but of course it has a spiritual meaning behind it. So Manisha, in his early years, he decided to perform tapasya to the Devi. So he went to the forest, and there for many, many years he observed the penance, and only with one pointedness of mind he meditated, chanted the Maha Mantra, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche, and he performed his tapasya in this manner. Now, then Brahma appeared, and Bhagavan Shiva as well. Said, well, this is a boon which you cannot really achieve, you cannot get, because once you are born you have to die. But ask for something similar and be granted to you. And he says, well, then, in order to guarantee my immortality, let me not die at the hands of any male person. Because he was simply not afraid of the females. He thought the females were too feeble, and that they were too weak, and he could conquer every one of them in battle. So Brahma says, Evamastu, so be it, your death shall not occur at the hands of a male, belonging to either the Devatas, or to the mortals, or to the demon race. So Mahishasura thought, now he's immortal. He's indestructible, because if no mortal could slay him, no male could slay him, then of course he would reign supreme. So the first thing he does, he goes to the heavens and he wages war with Indra, who is the king of all the Devatas. And after the battle lasted for a full 100 years, Mahishasura emerged victorious because of the power of his boon. And so he conquered earth, conquered the heavens, conquered the nether regions, and he established himself as the sovereign ruler of all three worlds. So no one could practically touch Mahishasura. And so he went and he sat on the throne of Indra and declared himself to be the supreme ruler. Now, such a situation would trouble the minds of the Devatas and of the devotees of God as well. So when the situation became unbearable, they had no choice, no resort but to go before the Lord Brahma, Vishnu, and all the Devatas now, and to make their petition and supplication, seeking relief from the tyranny, from the oppression, and the pain that they were subject to due to this powerful demon Mahishasura. As they all gathered there and they made their petition to Bhagavan Vishnu, the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam tells us, Om Arim Rim Klim Chamunna Vishi Ityuktavati Deveshe Vipulam Vikramam Lattavanam Shubhakaram Padmam Ragam Mani Prabham Kinchitam Tatha Chustam Marichi Jalamanditam Nishvita Mariram Krishnam Harinam Chamachmana Vispatato Maharaja Bhuto Rukramam Shankarasyam Shri Ratu Nisvintam Mahapurvutam Ropya Varnam Bhuttimvaram Tadasham Darunam Mahat Bhayantaram Chalaikyanam Divanam Visvayapradam Gururupam Giri Pratyam Tamogunam Vivaparam Tato Vishnu Shri Ratam Tejurasi
Us touch punj se, so from that the huge ball of fire or light, if you will, ek aditiya sundari istri. Sundari istri means a beautiful female, beautiful woman. Utpan hokar, she manifested now out of that light. Utpan hokar, unko ashray utpan kiya, and so this body came into being. Now that is the quote-unquote birth of the Devi. That is how this manifestation took place. See, she did not follow conventional rules in that the biological process and came into the world. She simply manifested out of these powerful beams of light and the condensation of all of these light energy from the Devatas. So which means that, you see, she would contain the energy of Brahma, the power of Brahma, the power of Vishnu, the power of Lord Shiva, and 33 million devatas combined. And all these energies combined in one form, and you can only use your imagination to calculate the power of such form. That is why she's called the Adi Shakti. So there is no form as powerful as this form of the Devi of the Divine Mother. The combination of all the energies of the entire universe in one being, in one form, that is called Jagjanni Bhavani Mata. That is how powerful this form is, form of the Devi. सब देवताओं के शरीर से जो त्रिगुण रमणी शक्ति उत्पन्न हुई, सब देवता means all the devatas, see, Shri is from the bodies of all the devatas, जो त्रिगुण, see all the three gunas, Sat, Raj and Tam, again merged together to become this powerful form of the Devi. Shakti उत्पन्न हुई is a manifestation of, physical manifestation of power in one form. Vasachat Mahalakshmi thi, Om Trivardhani, Vishmoini, Atrahabhav, and the original form that she came in, bore Atrahabhav means 18 arms, and Sukhamandal, Shwetavarna is a fair complexion. Krishnavarn, with dark eyes. Adhara, Pallav, Raktavarn, और तेरी ताम्रवंठी उन्होंने दिव्य भूषणों से भूषित होकर मनोहर आंधी धारण की थी. So when the mother appeared in this form, then all the devatas now they duplicated their weapons and they placed a weapon in each of her arms. For example, for the Trishul of Lord Shiva, he duplicated a second Trishul and placed it in one of her hands. And Bhagavan Vishnu placed a chakra from his own chakra in her hand as well. And so all the devatas equipped her with these various weapons. Himavat, the mountain king, provided for her a vehicle which would be the lion. And thus she was ready to do battle with the demons. The devatas now would be the first to perform Durga Puja, because as she stood there in the presence of all the devatas, they began to eulogize the Divine Mother. And they recognized her as the symbol and the manifestation, the sum total of all the forces of the universe. And thus they prayed, as we shall repeat the prayer again tonight, to the Divine Mother. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vishnumayeti Shakita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Chaitanya the strongest mother in the world. If you have such a mother in your life, then how can you ever wander in ignorance, in poverty, or in weakness? What is important for us to make that connection with the Divine Mother and to recognize her as that source of strength in our lives, as a source of prosperity in our lives, as a source of knowledge in our lives. As long as you recognize these qualities of Mother and you connect with these qualities of Mother, my dear brothers and sisters, there is no child on the face of this earth that will ever wander unprotected by that divine Shakti. I'm pretty sure each of you will have your personal experiences with the Divine Mother. When things are not going right in your life, you're suffering from any kind of ailment, or suffering from the ailment of someone close to you, or you're suffering from some kind of financial crisis in your life, or you're suffering from any kind of difficulty of any sort, whether it's physical or mental or emotional, and you've had your own experience where you've seen the divine hand of Mother coming to your rescue. Isn't that so? And you see, when this happens, what it does, it fortifies your faith in Mom. Because you know that such a mother is always attentive to your pleas and to your petitions, always there to fulfill and to satisfy the needs of her child. And for this reason, Ma manifested in this form of Janani. And so this beautiful form that Ma has, and that we identify her as Durga Ma, and during this yajna we shall tell you why she was named Durga, why the name Durga, the meaning of the name. And there are many names of the Divine Mother. But as we examine this form of Ma this evening, there's some important points that should not escape the analysis of this discourse. And first of all, we must look back once again at Mahishasura, this powerful demon. And Mahisha, in the spiritual context, represents 3 letters. And these 3 letters are E, G, and O. And that is ego. Now, everybody has an ego. In fact, everybody's got one, E-G-O. So that's an acronym for everybody's got one in itself. All of us have our individual egos. Ego is what really identifies you as yourself. That is what this ego is about. So, there is no such thing that you must not have ego. The danger part is when the ego becomes inflated. That's the problem. When you have an inflated ego, then you become a Mahishasura. Because according to Mahishasura, when he's overpowered by this inflated ego, then might is right, he's always right. So nobody can prove him wrong. See, and when you give, self-esteem is a good thing. But when you give yourself too much self-importance, that's where the problem comes. See, and when that means that there's no one like me. I'm the best, I'm better than anyone else. See, when that I-ness steps in there, and my-ness, and I own this, and I own that, and so on, now then you have a problem. Because then every tinge of humility disappears, because ego now is in control. And that is what happens. Mahishasura, see, he conquers all the different territories and establishes himself as a supreme ruler. Now, how does that appeal to us or relate to us? Means, see, these Indriyas, Indra become the Indriyas, the senses of his body. So when this ego, this inflated ego conquers now your sense of judgment, what is called the buddhi, the ability to rationalize and to make wise decisions in life, when that is overclouded by or governed by an inflated ego, then all we think about now is only ourselves. Selfishness takes over. It's all about you. So you simply exclude everyone else. Everyone is just edged out from your life, even God. Because ego also means edging God out. E-G-O. So that's the problem here. So the problem is to be able to subdue this or to deflate this ego. That oftentimes becomes a very powerful threat to our progress, both material and spiritual. You see, an egotistic person, one who is, consumed by ego, you will have very few friends in the world. Very few friends. Because people will not naturally gravitate towards someone who is suffering from that kind of malady, so to speak, or such kind of disease. You don't want to be friends with that person. You more gravitate towards someone who is humble, someone who is approachable, someone who is always calm, someone who is charismatic, someone who is understandable, someone on your level, someone who you can relate with, who you can converse with, and so forth. And that is a hallmark of greatness in the life of any person. So we have to beware of this powerful demon that is called ego. In this case, Manisha. The lion is an animal, is a ferocious animal. The jungle is called the king of the jungle. And of course, the power of the lion and its power over many other animals in the forest. Now, such an animal has been dominated, has been subdued, been domesticated by the Divine Mother. And she uses this animal now effectively as a vehicle. In our lives, in our spiritual lives, the lion here represents the animalistic tendencies of the mind. It's a combination of calm, growth, mother, lobe, ahankar, all of these in one. And so Durga Ma is teaching us here that if all you want, and all of us are aspiring to reach that state of spiritual heights in life, then these animalistic tendencies must be subdued as well. And you use them now to your advantage. They become a vehicle. See, you will not be governed by them, but they must be governed by you. Then we have the Trishul in our hand. The Trishul means the three gunas. The three gunas are Sat-Rajanta. These are the three modes of pragmatic nature, of goodness, those are based on the mode of passion and of ignorance. And that is symbolized also by the Trishul in the hands of Lord Shiva. So we also need to be wary of these three gunas and always walk the path of Sattva, the Sattvic, and avoid the Rajasic and Tamasic versions of the gunas. Then she has an arrow and bow in one of her hands as well. In this case, it's a weapon to destroy the demons. In our case, it stands for justice and truth. It's the same arrow and bow that is present in the hands of Shri Ram as well. And it means justice. That's the reason why Shri Ram took his avatar and came to the world, to re-establish truth and justice. And then, in another hand, she has the Katha, a mace. And that mace there represents destruction. She's readily available to destroy all the enemies of the devotees, all the demonic aspects of the mind as well. In the other hand, she has this conch, the shank. And when that conch is blown, then the divine vibrations that emanate from this conch represents here Ah, O, and Ma, Omkar. And Ah, O, and Ma are the primordial sounds, or the origin of creation of the entire universe. These are some of the attributes of the Divine Mother, the Shakti Ma. So the 8 arms of Durga Ma represent the 8 directions. East, west, north, south, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. So it means that she's approachable from every direction. From whatever angle you look at her, you pray to her, you're going to receive her blessing. It means that her love is all encompassing. It's all embracing. She does not discriminate against anyone. So we should not see her as a distant mother residing all the way in the loftiness of the mountains, or residing only in the Mandirs, in the Murti, or only at your home in the Murti or the picture. She is closer to us than you may think. And you have to carry her in your heart at every microsecond of your existence. See, always be cognizant of her presence in your life. So much so that whatever you think, whatever you will be saying, will be doing, should directly or indirectly be a service towards the lotus feet of Ma. There is no power like this power of the Divine Shakti. As we've seen here tonight, and she's come to bless the world with this darshan. Darshan means a divine look, a divine glance,
that the Divine Mother cast on the devotee, and also that is the darshan that we also aspire. We've also come here to see, simply gaze at the beautiful form of Mother, to have that darshan, to connect eye contact with the Divine Mother. That in itself is a blessing beyond comparison. So the devotee always prays in his heart for that darshan.